I look like I'm choked to death. Weekend at college. Interesting. So humid. So humid. A little bit. I could see that. My brain just had a how do I stream? I'm at 1,299 followers. The pauses there are a little weird. Like it's emitting, they're emitting a beat there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 8 months. What a trip. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you. Fuck. Thank you. Names, yeah, I know. All right, I think the first thing I'm gonna do today is I kind of don't want to get my hands covered in clay, but I should do that first. War Hero, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you very much. Thanks. Man, my face is hot right now. Just from having the door open. Upside downside to this small space, right, is that it cools off relatively quickly, but also as I come in and out with my shit that I need to stream, it warms up really quickly too. It is Cookie. It's apparently termed it's like a cooling tube or something. It has some stupid name, but we've been referring to it as a popsicle necklace. But You stick it in the freezer. And you can put it in the fridge too, or even like cool water. Yeah, BDSM popsicle, exactly. Um, it does look, unfortunately, like a sex toy somehow. Um, but yeah, Garg got them for me because I complain all the time about being hot, and she ordered a couple for me. They're great. They're actually um, really helpful for when it's hot, but right. But unfortunately, the humidity today is rip roaring. Right? Like it's a, especially, particularly when it's melted down, it does look a little questionable. But, um, but yeah, I know I miss Gargi too. The tips are touching. Exactly. It has a, being from Gargi, it's true. But it's really nice. And docking is, no, we're not going to go into that. I can give the definition, but we don't need to. But there are two of them that come in the pack, right? And what's really nice was like, there was a day I was bathing the dogs or whatever, and was out in the garage, and it was really fucking hot. So I can like switch them out, right? Put one on, and when it's mostly done, put the other one on and like have it just rotate them back and forth. Docking isn't just the tips touching. And you need certain anatomy in order to make docking work. That's all we'll say on the subject. But I need to cut the bases off of these pumpkins. Yeah, that's enough of, I think that's like plenty of information in order to figure out what it might be. Without magnetic latches, your shuttle will bounce right off. Exactly. You need the right equipment in order to make docking work. Flubber could, Amy Jo, I don't think so, just because of the definition of what it is. Like, the definition of docking is a specific thing. Could take the shape itself. It could. I just don't know if it still fits into the act. Anyway. Yeah, we need to cut the bases off of these and maybe repair some of these creases. Actually. That transition was nice. Can I do it again? I sure can. So I'm questionable on if the transition will be nice here because to dog cam because there's an animated part on it. It was okay. I think the timing on that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, War Hero, it was just like a straight cut before, and it wasn't, I wanted something just a little bit nicer, just a touch. Yeah, there are a couple of other things that will emerge likely as they come about. So we need to cut the bases off of this, and the easiest thing to do would be to hold the X-Acto knife in place and just spin it. The pumpkins will be raku fired, and then I'll put them on sale in like mid to late September for Halloween decorations. I'll do some plain ones, and then a good number will be jack-o'-lanterns. They'll have cutouts. So they'll have an open base to them, which is why I'm cutting the base off of these. They'll have an open base so you can put an LED light on the inside of them and light them up as decorations. Reusable jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah. You just have to be careful with them on the front porch, just because if it rains at all, they're still really porous. Mantle is a better, safer place. Or like, you know, if for Halloween, if you're handing out candy or something, it can sit in the foyer area or wherever, you know, that kind of deal. Yeah, there are a couple of these creases that I think might need a little touch up. My goal is to get to about 20 of them, which is why I'm starting now. Where's our blade hit here? Needs to be a little higher. It would get, yeah. The problem with these is they really can't go outside well. Because they're raku fired, they're still absorbent and they'll just absorb water. It would be really bad for it to freeze. Absorbing water isn't the worst thing until you bring it inside and then you have a wet thing and wherever you set it is going to get wet. But if it froze, you're likely to crack the pot. It's why there are only really certain ceramic things that are designed to be out all year. Like, certainly you can have pots that go outside, that's fine. But freezing and then thawing outdoors is rough on most ceramics. Hey, Mr. Magikarp. It being stolen. Yeah, there's, of course, potential of that, you know. If I can hold that in this right space without it, that's what I'm worried about. Maybe I can just, if I'm supporting my hand enough, it'll be all right. Trying to keep it flat. There's definitely a what I will do, Mr. War Hero, is when I'm uploading them to and taking pictures of them, I will likely give dibs to people in chat, so it's an excuse to make people show up. So if you're in chat, it keeps me from having to make Etsy listings. So it saves me on listing prices and saves me their fee, right? So I'll probably, the 2 days or whatever that I'm taking pictures, if they all go before I upload any, then they all go, right? I'm not going to auction them because I feel like that's a little squicky, but I will, what I will do is if there are multiple people in chat that are trying to get the same thing, I think I'm going to put a roll command and it'll roll a dice and whoever rolls higher wins. And that'll just be the way it is. So it'll kind of be like an auction as things come up, but not an auction in that they will cost more money. I don't know that I'm cutting through this all the way. I'm trying not to. Yeah, something like that. And it'll be however I pull them up, right? I don't think I'm gonna have an order like produced or anything like that. I mean, I guess I could. But I kind of want it to just be if you're here and you would like it, you put your bid in, and not bid, but like, you know, you raise your hand and say, yes, I would like to purchase that. If there are multiple people, we roll a dice and whoever rolls higher wins, and we leave it up to RNGesus and call it good. I think that keeps it fair to people who might not have, who might be saving up for one thing, you know? So that way nobody's getting outbid because they don't have enough money, right? I think that's the kindest way to kind of keep everybody. Yeah, probably a 20-sided die. All right, so this definitely needs cleaned up. Yeah, we'll have to figure something out on that front, but I think that's the way I would like to do that. Just so that, like I said, so that everybody it encourages people to be here. It encourages it's as fair as I can make it. Stop playing PC games, concentrate on tabletop wargaming hobby. You probably shouldn't do that either. Because your money will vanish instead of your time. Not that it doesn't vanish with the PC gaming either, but yeah, we'll work something out. And with like the idea that like just don't be an asshole. You know, everybody's here to enjoy, and I'm one person, right? And I'm happy that people want to support. I think probably the way to run the payment methods quickly is to probably set up a Ko-fi so that people can donate and it'll pop up. Because if people say like, oh, I'm gonna get that and then I never receive payment, then I will still have to make a listing and list it, right? I need to receive payment. So access to your friend's 3D printer. Ah. I could. The issue with that is some of these are going to be different prices. My plan is to have kind of a range of different prices, so that, you know, people can. This is a lot of clay, but not a bad option. But I'm still then paying 20 cents for the listing, and while that's not a ton, like it is still 20 cents where I can. I don't think Ko-fi has any like, what's the word I'm looking for? Upkeep fees, that kind of thing. Made a plate. Kinda. I think rather than trying to hang on to that, we're just gonna... Zach, did I say hi? Hi. Problem is I can't like rest my pinky very well. Unless I took this off, I might be able to, but then it's gonna spin. Yeah, see, that's the problem I ran into last time. I'm sorry, Zach. I'm sorry. Hi. So I'll clean up the bases on these a little bit, but I just needed to get them off of the base of clay. With how humid it is, these will stay okay for a little while. Sad Kitty is devastating. Let's see, I overcut this side and now it's all gunked up. Apologies if you can't see this very well. I was just trying to even that out a little bit. Remember when I was like, oh, I'll throw the bases on these thin so I don't waste a bunch of clay? This is thick. Thick. Not been able to draw a sad skelly. Well, I mean, when you don't have a bunch of flesh on your face, it's difficult to emote. Yeah, I like the tall one. I may do one or two like even larger ones because like I like this size, but like just a slightly bigger one could be cool. And then some smaller as well. Yeah, it's gonna shrink some amount. That was the best cutoff yet. Yeah, we'll have kind of the same clays as we usually have. So we'll have a couple that are that turquoise color, the turquoise crackle. We'll do a couple in the white crackle or clear crackle. A couple in the luster black. Hey, BWA. We'll do a couple with underglaze over them, so they'll be different colors, right? Those ones will mostly be likely the some of the jack-o'-lantern ones, so we might do some like purple or